All right, welcome back. We've got a crypto market update. It's been a while since we did one of these videos. We got a lot to get to. First, we're going to start by looking at the Bitcoin chart. So you can see we're in a nice pullback here. We're down about 20% from this recent high of 72K. And we keep bouncing around here at 53 and getting a little bit of a bounce. Who knows if we're out of the woods yet? Again, we zoom way out. Still in a really nice uptrend. I still think we're in the middle of a bull cycle and we're going to end up way up here. But it wouldn't surprise me if we tap 50, 45 before moving up. I kind of have a feeling that it's going to be continued chop for the rest of the summer like we've already had these last few months since March. So if I get my magic 8 ball out here, it wouldn't surprise me if we have something, some more chop coming. So that's just my opinion. Who knows what's going to happen? But if we look at some of the altcoins, if we look at Ethereum, pretty similar as Bitcoin. Again, just a huge move here. We pulled back, another bounce, pulled back. Same kind of boat. We're still in a nice uptrend here, and it wouldn't surprise me if we just keep chopping around before really taking out these highs. The one that looks really good to me is Solana. This looks really good trend, and this to me looks like a buyable pullback. Now, this is not financial advice. Crypto is risky. When I talk about crypto, there's a huge difference in crypto and Bitcoin. I've said this before. If you put me in a coma, I feel comfortable. If you put me in a coma for 10 years, I feel comfortable holding Bitcoin throughout that coma. I don't feel comfortable holding anything else. Everything else is for trading purposes. You buy it, and when things get crazy and the market's super high, you sell it because it's going to move more than Bitcoin, and then you take your profits and you buy more Bitcoin with it. So anyways, I'm just going to look at those three on the chart. I haven't really been doing a whole lot here. I've just been dollar cost averaging into a few coins, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But the few coins I'm buying are those three we just talked about. The bigger, safer bets. But again, when we reach the peak of the cycle, I will only be holding Bitcoin. I plan on holding my Bitcoin for a very long time, maybe trimming some when we get to crazy levels, but in my opinion, we're not there yet. So let's get into the news. We're going to talk more about the recent news, but there's been a lot of stuff going on. But again, nothing to really move the price action besides to the downside. But again, we had such a huge run this year that it's nice to have a cool off, recharge, and then boom, take off again in the near future. Hopefully fall is what I'm thinking. Again, I have no clue. I'm just some guy on the internet. So Bitcoin is down 20% the last 35 days. We did have the largest liquidation since the FTX collapse last week. So definitely last week, a lot of volatility, down 5% days, up 3% days, then down 6%, big moves. And that's just Bitcoin. Mt. Gox is starting the repayments to the customers. So Mt. Gox is an OG crypto exchange way before FTX that blew up. The founder mysteriously died, and he was the only guy that had all the coins. It's a pretty crazy story. Again, this is why you don't want to keep all your coins on exchange, because you're taking a huge risk. But finally, the customers are getting some repayments. So just imagine this. You bought Bitcoin on this exchange 12 years ago, and then the guy died. You didn't have access to your funds, and now you're getting access to that. I think a lot of those people that are finally getting access to their Bitcoin are like, I'm out. I'm done with this game. So that wouldn't surprise me to see those people selling. And on top of that, Germany has been selling some of their Bitcoin that they've seized. So they seized, there was I believe it's a piracy website that they they cracked down on a while back, and they seized a bunch of Bitcoin from this website, and they sold half, I believe, this week, and they have another half that they're looking to sell. The total from what I was researching is around 50,000 Bitcoin, so it's no small amount. Um, I think I know when they sold it yesterday, because there was just a huge red candle in the middle of the morning, just all of a sudden, boom, just big dump. Um, wouldn't surprise me if that was them hitting the sell button on some of their Bitcoin. So who knows if they're done selling, what that looks like, but that's another huge selling pressure on the market, as well as just people taking profits. We've had the celebrity meme coins going on for the last few weeks, few months, and it's just not a good look. It just not a good look. That's all I can say. So if you buy these coins, just expect it to go to zero. With most coins, it's all just a narrative. Now you can buy at $1, maybe it goes to 2, and you sell and get out, but most likely for most people, you buy at $1, it goes up to 2, and then it goes down to 2 cents, and you're left sitting there with your useless coin. So just be very nimble and know that it's all a gamble. So be prepared to lose it all if you're buying some of this stuff. The altcoin destruction has been pretty interesting to see. If we just pull up something like, let's look at Dogecoin, down from 22 cents. So Dogecoin itself is down 60% in the last 100 days, 50% last 100 days. So you've just seen a lot of beaten up coins. Polygon, a layer 2, from $1.20 to 50 cents in 100 days. There's just a lot of coins that look like this. Optimism looks exactly like that. Arbitrum, the layer 2 is getting destroyed. So there's a lot of these coins. Bitcoin's down 20%, a lot of coins down 50, 60%. And it wouldn't surprise me if they keep getting chopped away. So again, like I said at the beginning of the video, it wouldn't surprise me if we have a sideways summer. And so that's why these altcoins are so risky. I'm very nimble with these altcoins because they're just, and when Bitcoin gets cut 20%, these altcoins just get destroyed. So I'm quick to get in, I'm quick to get out, I'm quick to cut my loss. I'm not going to be holding a big bag of some of these altcoins, no matter what the story or the narrative is. I'm quick to say, I'm out, cut my loss, because I want to preserve capital and buy more Bitcoin if we get a pullback. And then when Bitcoin recovers, then I'll look to getting back into some of those altcoins, because it's hard to catch the bottom on those. I've been watching them go down and think, oh, this looks like it could be a bounce spot. Gets a little bounce and then boom, down another 30%. There you go. So then you wait and say, okay, that's the bottom. Nope, boom, another dump. So you got to be very nimble when it comes to those altcoins, but it's been just obliteration. Now that could be the opportunity, but in my opinion, if you don't have those other major coins, if you don't have a position that you're comfortable with, I wouldn't be looking at these altcoins. I think Bitcoin at 55K or whatever it's at right now is a much better deal than taking a gamble on some of these altcoins. That's just my opinion. So real quick, let's revisit the bear case for Bitcoin and the bull case. So the bear case is there is no use case. There's so many coins and they're all pointless. It's all a narrative. It's all, I'm going to buy this and this coin's going to revolutionize the stock market. This coin's going to revolutionize AI and this is going to be the gaming coin. It's all speculation. It's all a narrative. Now, narratives and trends are good for trading. Right now is not a good time unless you're looking to build positions and be comfortable with getting a 50% haircut while you're building the position. That's up to you. So that is the bear case for a lot of those coins. There's a lot of scams out there. We've seen it before and we'll see it again. There's a Mt. Gox right now and there's an FTX right now that we just don't know of. So you have to have that in your head and be prepared for that, because there will be another thing that blows up. There will be a lot of people that lose money because of a scam, because of an exchange, because of something. We just don't know what that risk is right now, but it's there. And there's no one to bail you out like the stock market. So that is the bear case. Bull case. Currencies are being debased around the world. People are printing money left and right. The dollar is becoming worth less, and assets are becoming worth more. Finite assets are becoming worth more. Whether it's real estate, diamonds, not even diamonds, they can make that in a lab. Real estate, gold, Bitcoin, Google stock, whatever is cannot just be printed instantly. Those things are going to be increased in nominal nominal value, because the currency is worth less. Those assets will be worth more in that currency. So Bitcoin's no different. Institutional adoption. These last couple years have been huge when it comes to institutions and regulators changing their tune when it comes to crypto. You've got BlackRock selling the ETF. The ETF flows have been good. These last few weeks, you're seeing them come in and buy the dip a little bit. I've been buying IBIT in one of my IRAs, just a long-term way to hold it. I'm looking forward to when there's options on the Bitcoin ETF, so you can sell calls and sell puts, another way to just get more premium for holding Bitcoin, like I will do with Coinbase down the road. Coinbase is a stock I'm looking to build a good size position in, but again, it's like an altcoin. I don't know when the bottom is. They've got earnings coming up. I don't know if they're going to say good things, bad things. I don't know if it's going to be 250 or 150. So I'll wait and see when the right time to get in for me will be, and I'll let you know when that is. The regulators, ETH ETF, Solana ETF is most likely coming in the next couple of years. Who knows when that'll be. So it's just, the doors are being opened here. You're seeing it become a political topic, which I don't enjoy, but the politicians realize that you're only going to lose votes if you're against it. You don't gain anybody for being anti-crypto, and so they're starting to accept it and play ball. And then the tokenization of assets, I think, is going to be a big deal. Now, I don't know what coin is going to revolutionize that. I think it's going to be kind of like a commodity where it's just the technology in itself is going to be utilized. But I do think that is going to bring a lot of attention to crypto in general, and that's going to be an opportunity again to capitalize on that. The 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, we just had the halving, and we have our little post-halving dip, which we're in right now, and then after that, off to the races. So I still believe in that, and it's playing out as to be expected. Global liquidity is rising, so we are starting to see some money the money printers start to slowly get warmed up. The U.S. is done raising rates. Now, when we get a cut, I don't know. And when we get a cut, will most likely be because something is soft, but they've been restricting liquidity for the last year, and they're ready to let the faucet flow. So they're ready to pump liquidity into the market, and it's slowly being turned on. But when that thing goes full force, you're going to see money flow into everything, and Bitcoin and crypto is no different. So I don't know what the market cap of the whole crypto market is right now. I want to say we're around 2 trillion, something like that. 2 trillion as of right now. At our peak, where were we? 2.5 trillion, something like that. So, I mean, this space can double in a blink of an eye. So we can go from 2 trillion to 5 trillion real quick. That wouldn't surprise me one bit. So that is another thing to look out for. When it comes to action items, to me, again, not financial advice. Watch the disclaimer video, read the disclaimer in the video. To me, I am dollar cost averaging in the major coins. I still think we're in a major bull cycle. I'm limiting my trading only when something feels opportunistic, and I'm very quick. If I got profits, I'm taking it when it comes to a trade, but I'm making sure that I'm dollar cost averaging into the big 3 coins, Bitcoin, Solana, ETH. I really like Solana. Not that I use it. I use Ethereum the most. It annoys me when it gets congested, Solana annoys me because sometimes it doesn't work, but it's super fast and it's easy to use. And I really, I like Solana as a nice trade. It's around 140 right now. I could see blink of an eye, we're over 200. And when things get going bananas, I don't know what that's going to look like, but its peak, it was much higher than 200, I believe. Let me pull it up. Its peak was 260 in the last cycle, and it wouldn't surprise me if we push over 300. So I'm DCAing into those three. Bitcoin as always. I'll probably get back to just buying Bitcoin every day. When we're at these prices, I keep waiting. Like I'll wait for 53 or 55, but I think we're at a point where just buy every day until we get back to 70K, and then from there I'll stop my DCA and just buy the dips from there. But right now I'm just buying dips. So I'm waiting for Bitcoin to break out. I'm waiting for some confirmation to get into some of the smaller cap altcoins. The themes I like are I like gaming and I like AI. So I know my gaming coin is going to be Beam. I'm not sure what my AI coin will be, but I'm not even thinking about those yet because I want to have more Solana and more Ethereum, and there's only so much money to go around. So when it comes to the long-term rules, these are things that should be seared into your brain if you're going to be into crypto. You need to understand why you own crypto and what you own, and don't get shaken out. Now, when I say don't get shaken out, if you're holding some coin, some celebrity coin, and you really like the celebrity and it's going down and you're holding strong, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Bitcoin. Don't get shaken out of your Bitcoin just because it's down 20% in a month. Now, all the other coins, you should have a stop loss. You should get out when it looks ugly and not hold these bags of garbage when they get cut 90% and then they bounce 50%. You're still going to be down 40%. So know what you own, know why you own it, and don't get shaken out of Bitcoin mainly. And the other coins, my recommendation, be nimble with them. Have a plan on when to take profits. So you should start thinking about it now, but we're not there yet, in my opinion. Right now, I'm still packing bags. And make sure you're buying red candles, not big green. When Bitcoin has a 6%, 7% day and it's up big, not the best time to buy because we're probably due for a pullback. Right now, not a bad time to DCA. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. And I would avoid leverage. Leverage is going to magnify your returns, good and bad. So I would just avoid it. And if you're going to be holding Bitcoin for a long time, I would recommend getting your long-term holds off the exchange onto some cold wallet, a ledger, Trezor, something that you know how to use, you know where to store it. That takes some research to do, but if you're in this game for the long term, don't be like FTX, don't be like Mt. Gox and just now getting your money 13 years later. You want to hold some of your Bitcoin off exchange. Sure, you can leave some on exchange, but just know you're taking a risk. Your exchange could shut you out right now and you have no longer access to those funds. So I have some money on exchange, but that is for waiting to buy. And when I buy in size, I move it off exchange and then I keep it nice and tight, keep it safe. I keep it in a lockbox in Switzerland. That's where I keep my cold wallet. So that's all I got for you guys today. Longer video, but it's been a while since we did one of these updates. I just wanted to go through a lot of different things. We've talked about this in the past. Not a lot has changed. When it comes to the thesis of Bitcoin, that's going to stay the same. I still think we're in a great spot for the longer term. It's a nice opportunity I think we have here, but wouldn't surprise me if we go lower. So that's all I got for you guys. Sorry for the longer video. Have a good rest of your day, and peace out.